Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe back. I'm going to do my October book haul part 2. So I'm going to try to get this all in one, but there are 32 books here. Yes, I know, this is insane. I had, I think, 25 on the last one. 20. Anyway, I have way too many books, and I've come to the conclusion that I need to do something about it. I will be putting up a video about that pretty soon. Anyway, and what my strategy is going to be in going from here on out. But at this point, there was 2 library book sales. The last video was all the stuff I got at the really nice big one that I like, that it's not as expensive. I know there's a lot of people out there who go to really cheap ones, and I'm really jealous. But ours are usually like, you know, that one's more like $2 for trade paperback or hardback, and then 50 cents for a paperback or for a mass market. Well, the other one I go to is a little bit more expensive. I paid a little bit more for each book, but it comes out to about $3 a book once you, I subtracted, or I added it all together and divided it. Anyway, so I'm going to do those first, their first 5, and then I have books from Book Depository, books from Powell's bookstore that I picked up during this month, as well as my Amazon picks. So I will go through those as it is. So the ones I got at the library book sale, I did get 2 books that I had, I already owned. So I first picked up, as I dropped them all right off the bat. This is going well, guys, and there's so many. So I picked up the copy of Midnight Riot by Ben Aaronovitch. I have this really cheesy old copy that I picked up used from Powell's a long time ago, and I've read this 3 times, so it's not like it hasn't had its life. But I really like the pretty covers, and these are the ones that they now put on all of them. So now I'm only missing the second one in this cover, but it was like $1.50, so I was like, I'm buying that. So that one, again, is a book I already read. So not all these books are books that I haven't read. And then a book that I would like to attempt again. So I had picked up this really old mass market Name of the Wind back when I was in high school, when I saw the first that movie with Shawn Connery and Christian Slater. Yes, I was a fan of Christian Slater. Anyway, the point is that this, I tried to read this twice now, and this is actually going to go on a list next year of attempting books that I've had on my shelf for a long time that I have never finished. So, and it's an it was trashed when I got it. I don't even know where I got it. Probably used. Yeah, it looks like used. Probably the bookstore where I grew up. I got a new copy that will be easier for me to deal with. So again, I didn't pay a whole lot for those, but those were the ones that I already had. So anyway, so the other 3 books I got at the library book sale, as I got The Glass Palace by Amitav Ghosh. I'm not sure how to say that. I know I've seen this on Bookaxe. I think Lucy's talked about this a couple of times. And it was one of those books where I go, I know that book. And then I read the back and go, oh yeah, I did. This was on a list at some point. I put on one of my wish lists. And then I somehow lost track of it. So it has to do with in Burma after the British invasion in 1885. And it follows this boy who grows up and how he meets some girl or woman at one point, and then later in years when he's more established, he's able to go back and try to find her. I'm not sure anything. I just remember her raving about it. I did also get a nonfiction, Nicholas and Alexandria, the classic account of the fall of the Romanov dynasty by Robert K. Macy. And again, I have not read anything by this author, but this, I think, all of it, abookolive, has talked about his books for Russian history, and is that I'm picking up Russian stuff here and there because I'm fascinated with some of that, so I'll probably try that. And then here is a massive book. I've just always wanted to try it, and I just decided just to get the whole book, and I got it. It's The Suitable Boy by Vikram Seth. It's freaking gigantic. It is 1474 pages. Anyway, I don't expect to get to that pretty soon, but it's now going to be on my shelf that I can stare at and go, I'm going to try to read that behemoth at some point. So those were those. Then I'll do my other used copies, and these I picked up at Powell's throughout the month, mostly in the beginning part of the month, when I was still thinking I was going to do really good in Victober, which I did not. But this first book is not. This is actually the one I bought before that. And that is A Month in the Country by J.L. Carr. I don't know. I heard about this on Shawn the Book Maniac's channel. And it has to do with the guy, I think after the First World War, he goes to this small, or to a, you know, rural town in England, and he's building something, I believe. And then it's him, living in a bell tower. Anyway, but I think he's there for like a month, and it's all the stuff that happens around there. I don't know. I hear it's really good, and I've been wanting to read it. And then, so then the Victober stuff I got two of Charlotte Bronte's books that I did not own. I picked up a copy of Shirley. I don't know a whole lot about this, is that I've only read Jane Eyre, so I'm hoping to pick this up at some point. And I also picked up a copy of Villette. So those are her other books. I've just never, as I said, I've only read Jane Eyre, so I want to pick up some of her other stuff. But after I saw this copy of it, I go, hey, didn't I see one of those over the Charles Dickens section? So I got A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. And I read this when I was in high school. I remember really enjoying it, but it's been that long since I read it, so I really want to try that again. And then while I was looking at the Charles Dickens, I picked up Little Dorrit, I think is how it's called. And again, it's not, it's one of the more smaller of his books, but not super small. It's still 750 pages, but I do plan to pick up some more Charles Dickens after I get through Bleak House, which I'm not doing so hot on. But those were the ones I picked for Victober that I didn't even, I never really got to do them. Like, it was, I didn't do very well that month. Anyway, so let's go Amazon next. So Amazon, I picked up a few books, and most of these actually were from a gift card that I got. So most of these I didn't pay for, which is nice. Everything else, yes, I paid for. So I got Terminal Alliance by Jim C. Hines. I have not read this one yet. It came out, I think, last year in hardback, and I wanted to read it. It's a sci-fi, and it's probably really funny. I think they're like the cleaning crew, and something goes wrong, and they're supposed to save the world or save the universe. I'm not quite sure. I just remember seeing parts of it, and it looked funny. So I picked it up because I've read Sarah's other books. I love his Libromancer series, which I still need to finish. It's on my ones to finish. So anyway, I just received this book the other day, Archangel's Prophecy by Nalini Singh. No surprise, I'm reading this right now. So this is the 11th book in the Guild Hunter series, paranormal romance with angels and archangels and vampires, and the world is trying to kill everybody. It's just it's a great series. I also picked up a nonfiction, The Farm in the Green Mountains by Alice Herden Zuckmeyer. I don't know how to say that. I cannot remember I did not write down whose channel I saw this on. I can't remember if it was Always Doing or somebody else, but somebody was talking about this, and I mean, I purchased it right away. And it was mostly because I have just come back, or, you know, in September I went and visited Vermont with my family for fun, you know, for a vacation. So, and this has to do with some Germans who decide to go, I think they go there, I can't remember if it was after one of the wars or something. And I think they go there to settle, and it's them dealing with the farm in Vermont. Anyway, it sounded interesting, and it's a good one. I might pick up for nonfiction November. You never know. I picked up The Witch of Willow Hall by Hester Fox. I'd seen a couple people on Instagram, and I think that's where I saw it. I think I saw Bree Hill talk about it on there. So I just thought I'd get it, and then I know a couple people read it. I think Mel from Mel's Bookland Adventure just read it. I just wanted, it sounds like a fun romp, and has to do with some sisters who, I think it's during, it's 1821, so it's, you know, it's kind of like witch trial-ish kind of thing, but not that far back. But something to do with, there's some powers, and one sister is plagued by it, the other one's getting some power from it or something. I don't know. It sounds interesting. It sounded like a romp, kind of gothic. It was kind of interesting. I picked this one up on sale one day, and it's The Alchemy of Masks and Mirrors, book 1 in the Risen Kingdoms by Curtis Craddock. Sorry, not holding it right. I don't remember a whole lot about it. It's been on my wish list forever. I think it has to do with a princess who doesn't have, she doesn't have any, yeah, she has no magical ability, but she's gonna be, she has to go and, she's supposed to go marry, you know, of course, marry somebody. So, but when she, I guess, but everybody who gets betrothed to this prince ends up dead. And so she, and I think one of her guards, I think they have to find out what is going on, and she's not used to the political stuff because, you know, she hasn't dealt with it before. So I don't know, it sounded really interesting, and I said I got it on sale one day, and I've had it on my wish list probably for months, and I just finally got it. And then I picked up a book that has been on my wish list, and again, it's just because I'm doing NaNoWriMo. I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about it. So I decided to pick up I Should Be Writing by Mur Lafferty. I loved her book 6 Weeks. I think that's the name of it. Anyway, it's awesome. Anyway, and I have a couple other books of hers to read. But this book is like, she has a podcast called I Should Be Writing, and I think this is some of her tips from it. And I don't buy writing books very often anymore. I don't feel like that's where the knowledge I want from. I really should be writing and then worrying about the other stuff later. But there's a lot of good stuff in here, and I just, I'd seen parts of it on other people's channels, on like AuthorTube and stuff. So I thought I'll just pick it up, and it had dropped in price, and so I said I had a gift card, so I used it. So I'm looking at the time, and it's already almost 12 minutes on this video. I'm gonna cut it off. I am gonna have a part 3 book haul, I guess. I will do all the book depository in another video, and it'll be shorter. So anyway, those are all the books that I got at the second library book sale, and all the stuff I got at Powell's as well as Amazon in October. Have you guys read any of these books? Any of these things you think I should pick up soon? Let me know, and I will see you in the next book haul video. Bye.